may be aware, the minority has already issued a statement in relation to some price hikes with new service connection charges as it's been implemented by the distribution companies, that is ECG and NETCO. In accordance with the PURC Act, if charges or fees are going to be implemented, the PURC ought to take into account socio-economic conditions, consult consumers in particular, and other stakeholders. And when any decision on charges, fees, and its related services are adopted, same is communicated to the consumer and the general public before implementation. What we just realized is a clandestine, surreptitious, and nefarious way of adjusting these charges without recourse to due process within the electricity subsector. And so what the minority is calling on the PURC to do is to, with immediate effect, suspend these price hikes and resort to due process and ensure that the right thing is done. Failure to do so, the minority side within the Mines and Energy Committee shall use whatever legitimate parliamentary processes to ensure that the PURC is hauled before Parliament. Inasmuch as the PURC has some level of independence in the determination of fees, charges, and tariffs, the PURC cannot do that in a whimsical, capricious manner without due course to the law. And so we are calling for immediate suspension, especially the hikes that we are seeing. They are so astronomical that it defies logic. Indeed, if you look at the street service, they are charging about 1,920. Pole extension, just pole extension, they are charging 4,400. Two pole extension, they are charging 6,700. Some of these increments are getting to about 100%. It's unacceptable. We would not accept that. And we think that the PURC should do what is proper, what is right. To attempt to take money out of the ordinary consumer's pocket through the back door is unacceptable. In a related development, we have witnessed serious increments, hikes, and prices at the pumps. Fuel prices continue to go through the roofs on a daily basis. Indeed, within a space of 1 year, we are seeing about a 50% increment in fuel prices. Government announced that it was suspending the price stabilization recovery levy. Even in these difficult moments, government has brought back the price stabilization recovery levy. It has led to untold hardship on the ordinary consumer. Drivers are complaining, commuters are complaining, ordinary workers are complaining. This has led to an inflation rate of about 13% currently. But we maintain that that option is a lazy man's option. Why do we say that? If you read the 2022 budget statement, and I refer to paragraph 287, the benchmark revenue per barrel is part at $61. Today, crude oil is over $90. Ghana is a net exporter of crude oil. What it means is that we are making a windfall from this crude of over 50%. And so our position is simple. If you are making these huge revenues from our exports, it only makes sense that you use part of that money to cushion the ordinary consumer. This idea where, because of a mismanagement of the economy, leading to a deterioration of the currency and passing same on to consumers is unacceptable. And so the minority is calling on government to ensure that it thinks outside the box, take pragmatic measures in order to ensure that we cushion consumers. And from all intents and purposes, it does appear that based on the geopolitical system, crude oil prices may be increasing. And when crude oil prices increases, Ghana benefits. So how come that a country that's a net exporter of crude oil and benefits from crude increments tend to punish the downside, which is the consumers, with all these astronomical taxes? That is why we are raising these issues. Thank you very much. Honorable, if you want to add something, you can just... Oh, Ms. Ankatri.